Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be providing an update on Cybin Incorporated. This is one that we actually covered about 12 months ago on the channel. They're involved in the psychedelic sector, specifically psilocybin and DMT derivatives, and we wanted to provide an update because this sector overall has been receiving a lot of investor attention recently and a sense of general optimism in the space. Now, before we get into it, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to myself and the channel. It also helps push this content to other people who may find value. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. And let me know in the comment section below if you're currently holding shares of Cybin, how you think they stack up to some of the other competitors in the psychedelic space, and your outlook for 2024. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing an update on Cybin Incorporated. This is one that we actually covered on the channel about a year ago. Trades on the New York Stock Exchange in the United States under the ticker CYBN. And I wanted to follow up on this company because the clinical stage biotech, specifically the psychedelic or psilocybin related companies, are really having a strong session here today. As you can see, up in excess of 10% on the day, or 3.4 cents US. Currently trading hands around 35 cents US as of midday Thursday, March 7th. Now you can also see MindMed in the bottom right here, up about 58% on the day. Similar industry and organization, but Cybin's definitely unique in a number of ways that we're going to talk about in today's presentation. Now if you zoom out to a 5-day chart, you can see a big spike here from the 30 or 31 cent range on Wednesday. So as we now click up past 11% on the day, I wanted to take a look at our prior video. As you can see, put out about a year ago, you guys, 2.9 thousand views. So for anyone who is able to take advantage and jump in on Cybin, please leave a comment in the section below. Let me know your average cost and your thoughts or outlook on this organization in 2024. And moving along, I wanted to go to the corporate website. You can actually find this linked in the video description section below and give you guys a quick refresher in terms of what Cybin's all about. Now following that, we're going to jump into the updated investor presentation, take a look at their platform, their drug development pipeline, and then we can start to get a better picture to begin our due diligence on this organization. So Cybin, again, is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company on a mission to create safe and effective psychedelic-based therapeutics to address the large unmet need for new and innovative treatment options. Now this is going to be for people who suffer from mental health conditions. Obviously post-COVID, many of these conditions have become a lot more prevalent in our society, unfortunately, and this is a great alternative to traditional treatment of care options. So Cybin's goal of revolutionizing mental health care is supported by a network of world-class partners, which we're going to look at, and is aimed at progressing proprietary drug discovery platforms, innovative drug delivery systems, and novel formulation approaches and treatment regimes. Now this is all based around their proprietary platform, the CYB003, which is a proprietary deuterated psilocybin analog for the treatment of major depressive disorder, and CYB004, another proprietary deuterated DMT molecule for generalized anxiety disorder. And again, we talked about these both in more detail in our initial deep dive coverage last year. Now headquartered in Canada here, so local to myself, founded in 2019, they're operational in both Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, Netherlands, and Ireland, so a global player here with that underlying mission to transform mental health care. So we're now going to shift gears into their updated investor presentation and really highlight some of the points of differentiation about these next generation therapeutics. So you can see some of the benefits listed here, both rapid and sustained therapeutic effects with positive safety and tolerability standards, efficacy in just 1 to 2 doses versus existing chronic daily treatments, fast onset of effects aimed at short in-clinic times with convenient dosage forms both orally and intramuscular. So again, as a refresher, you guys, they've got these 2 proprietary advanced clinical platforms, an experienced management team with over 60 INDs or investigational new drugs under their portfolio, a robust IP portfolio in the psychedelic drug development sector itself, so 50 granted patents and over 150 pending patent applications, and the industry's most advanced and well-protected deuterated DMT program. So some value driving catalyst or near-term catalysts, again, the CYB003. They're expecting their phase 2 4-month efficacy data in Q1 of this year. They've got their end of phase 2 meeting with the FDA in Q1 as well to review their phase 3 protocol. And in terms of CYB004, they've now initiated their phase 2A study, again in GAD or generalized anxiety disorder. And then finally here, the fourth point on the list is the initiation of phase 3 trials for CYB003 in MDD or major depressive disorder in the middle of this year. And this is a quick look at the drug development pipeline here with the various different programs listed on the left. Now, a little bit earlier in the presentation, I mentioned the strong trading session that MindMed MNMD is having today. You can see currently up 54% or about $3.20 per share. Now, this is really on the back of MindMed receiving FDA breakthrough therapy designation and announcing a positive 12-week durability data from their phase 2B study of what's known as the MM120 for generalized anxiety disorder. So along the same lines as what you're going to get with Cybin, and really creating that general overall strength or optimism for the sector. Now, this was put out on March 7th, so just today, with MindMed coming out saying a single oral administration of their MM120 met its key secondary endpoint and maintained a clinically and statistically significant HAM-A reduction compared to the placebo at 12 weeks with a 65% clinical response rate and 48% clinical remission rate. So very strong results here. But interestingly enough, you guys, while MindMed is a $380 million market cap organization, Cybin actually came out with similar positive results from the FDA. You can see here announcing FDA clearance to initiate their phase 2A study for CYB004, which we're going to talk about throughout today's presentation for, again, GAD or generalized anxiety disorder. So this one actually came out on January 23rd, announcing positive phase 1 top-line safety and pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic data showing that intravenous CBY004 demonstrated robust, rapid-onset psychedelic effects at lower doses compared to native DMT, with the company initiating a randomized, double-blind, active-controlled phase 2A study in the first quarter of 2024. So again, some of the things you'll see on that timeline. Now, in addition to that, this article here came out on the 8th of January, talking about that positive top-line data for the phase 1 study of that proprietary deuterated DMT molecule CYB004 and the SPL028, showing that once again, Cybin demonstrated intravenous robust rapid onset psychedelic effects at lower doses compared to native DMT, suggesting potential as a short-acting scalable treatment, again a key point of differentiation, and the intramuscular dosing method showing short-duration psychedelic effects in the majority of participants. So another key milestone achieved in the first month of the year for Cybin heading into 2024. Now, in terms of near-term catalysts, this is another look at some of those key milestones in 2024 laid out on a timeline. So not only are we starting to see strength in share price based on this overall optimism towards the psychedelic space, but you've got key deliverables or key milestones being met in the fiscal year for Cybin as well. Now, they then go on to talk about the trial design for CYB003. They give additional detail about the trials, the demographics, baselines, and the symptom reductions that were witnessed, along with visualizing the current treatment landscape or alternatives for the treatment of depression that are currently available. So in summary, the CYB003 phase 2 top-line data, they've got rapid and large improvements in the symptoms of depression observed after a single dose of the CYB003 compound, clear incremental benefits after the second dose, including both a robust improvement in response and remission rates in excess of 75% at the 6-week mark after a second dose. CYB003 has demonstrated an excellent safety profile, with the data supporting a progression towards phase 3 study and that long-term efficacy data expected in the first quarter of this year. Now, they then have their deuterated DMT programs as well, so the CYB004 compound, which is focused around GAD again, or generalized anxiety disorder, and then follow that up with a series of slides talking about the efficacy, some of the observations, and the strong effects on the symptoms of anxiety that they're witnessing versus the placebo. So for those reasons, you guys, Cybin is definitely one I would take a look at if you're looking for exposure to the biopharmaceutical sector, specifically the psychedelic or psilocybin portion of that sector. Again, starting to see optimism from the investment community in terms of this space as a whole. I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, specifically if you're already holding shares of Cybin and your outlook for 2024. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to join. And if you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value. So make sure you hit the like button, you guys. It really helps me, the channel, and push this content to other people with similar investing interest who may find value. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.